My mentor once told me, people are making 100,000 a year, not because they want to earn 100,000 a year. It is because they're not aware of how to earn 100,000 a month. People are alone and lonely, not because they want to be alone and lonely. It is because they don't know how to build a meaningful relationship. People are struggling in life, not because they want to be struggled in life, but because they do not know how to work to really create results. Today, we are going to discover the art and science to create your result, to create a life that you truly love while you are living it. Take a moment now. Fast forward. At the end of our training today, let's form an intention for yourself. What would you love to have happen for you by being in this training with me today? And we're going to learn how to unpack the invisible law, which is absolutely accurate, proven, reliable system that will move one set of results into another set of results. If we do it in the same way, just as when Thomas Edison discovered an invisible law that could govern the flow of electrons. And we have light in every houses around the world if we know how to wire it to the code. So let's take your awareness now. Your dream. If we wire it to the code, these are the invisible laws that govern the result that we are having today. And if you can, and be and experience whatever you fall in love with when you execute it to the code, you can't just think about it or visualize it. There is a process, and we're going to get into that today and to unlock it. Let's close your eye for a moment. What would you love to have happen to you today? What would you love? Because interest drives attention. And so, as you start to hear the things that will help you with your intention today, it's gonna to get easier. But first, we have to shift from default to design. So to really create a life that you really love, the result you want, achieving the dream, the success, you have to learn to unlock this hidden code. Work with the invisible law to help you create a life that you love. The dreams begins with you. It is your willingness to start dream again. I will totally pour into you today. The content today will really expand your world. And many of you who want to know this deeper, who want to take this deeper, please feel free to contact me. Drop me a comment and ask me any questions. But the first is our intention. What is your intention? I want you to listen with open heart, open mind. I want you to embrace all the possibilities. Shift from default to design. You have result right now. These results are created with us. It can be only created in two ways. Number one, we create by design. What is it that we would really love in this life in a very specific way? Take the time to understand yourself. Take the time to really ask yourself, what would you want? What would you love? By using the law of specificity to create what it is we really love in a specific way. Without it, and absent of that specific design, we are creating design by default. So creating a life by default is most of us who are living right now. The ideas and the thought that we have been thinking and running our life. We get something maybe a little better, but after some time, we collapse into something familiar. Today, we're going to totally understand exactly what this is And how are we going to override it so that you get to win? Everybody has a dream. I have a dream. You have a dream. But to really understand the art and science of dream building is totally another matter. How do we unpack the potential in you, in me, and not bothered by circumstances? Building your dream is what we are doing today. How we do it is a totally different kind of thinking that most of us are never been trained in. We live in a spiral universe. We are part of something bigger than ourselves. It is an ever outward pull of expansion. Our DNA is spiral. We are wired for fuller, freer version of ourselves. Every blade of grass is pressing the cement to grow, to become more of what is possible. Our life is pressing in you and in me, and through you and me, to become more of what is possible for us. To build a life you absolutely love, let's focus on 5 basic areas of our life that we have resolved right now. Relationship. You might be a person who longs to have a beautiful, deep, fun, and passionate relationship with a loving and caring partner. Or you might be a person who would love to deepen, expand, and have more fun with the relationship you are already in. Look at your business and your career. You might be a person who feels stuck in a job you don't like. Or you might be a person who likes your work, but you work too many hours and you want more time freedom. Look at your time and money freedom. You might be a person who feels out of balance, like they have more time than money or more money than time, and you would love to feel more in harmony. Look at your confidence and impact. You may be feeling a deep yearning to be seen, to be visible, showing up with an authentic confidence and making an impact, empower others, and make the world a better place. Look at your health. You might be a person who feels stuck in your ability to transform your health. You might be a person who has a pretty good health, no symptom, but you know there's more vibrancy and more aliveness that you can feel. Look at this area in your life right now. At one point of my life, I was broken and being broken. I should be able to provide basic needs for my family and take care of my parents, but I could not. I am feeling deep down. I believe I am being punished for being a bad girl. The God in my upbringing was not very friendly. And I feel like I get screwed up. And that's why I can never have a good life. And I believe I am being punished and I don't deserve a good life. One day, I met a woman who told me, see, there is infinite possibility in the universe. There is a possibility you can be healed and you're forgiven. Do you think the possibility of that toxic thinking that you're a bad girl in your head, and that toxic is threatening your life and prevent all the goods that is coming your way? It was the first time I was introduced to this. My thought create my result. I want you to sink in with that. Your thought create your result. A series of things occur, and I began to pay really close attention to them. Oh, this does not happen to me. This happened with me. I began to get very interested in all the different ways humans have to unlock this code of transformation, through science, psychology, religion, the tradition in the philosophy of the world, all seeking to find the truth of the power that's in every one of us so that we can unlock that. And every one of us has the true potential to actually create a life we love if we totally understand how to work with the law. This is what we're heading today. I knew I had more in me. People's always told me how much potential I have. I was so tired of hearing potential. Potential was driving me crazy. I want to get in touch with my own potential. I know I need to discover who I can become. So I start reading books. I grab whatever books I can. After my master's degree, you know what? I told myself I will never pick up another book. But I did. I become so hungry of this information. I read books many, many times to understand the book. And sometimes I pick up one book and I read them 4 to 6 times. I study them. They introduce me to a thought I never had, to something I never seen possible. First, it was so foreign to me from what I was experiencing in my life and what I have been taught all this year. This thing I am reading, I was asking, is it really possible for me to have everything I want? But first, I learned I have to give myself the permission to believe what is in this book. And soon it becomes a part of my life. Then I become hungry and hungry. I feel like wherever my mind is, my body is trying to go there. I like where my mind is going. I like this foreign thinking. I began to live one piece of the book every day, every week. One more thing I can manage. One more thing I can control. I can control what I eat. I can control my bank account. I can control how I worry, how I doubt about myself, and how I complain. And I turn that doubt, complaint into coordination, strategy, and action. I live one bit at a time, just to change the life for me and my family. And over time, my life begins to change, and it becomes unrecognizable because when I reach my end, I can't be any better by myself anymore. I know I need to go and learn from other people. I need to learn from others who are 20 steps ahead from me and see who I can become. And that was the beginning of whom I am today. And so today we are going to shift from a reactive based life, live by default, to create a life by design. You are the author of your book. You are the creator of your life. You got the pen. Don't try the moment to erase chapter 2, chapter 5. You know what? We spend so much time of our life trying to go back to rewrite the old chapters that we don't like. And that doesn't work. What I recommend you is spend every moment of your life writing the new chapter of your life. Because if you don't focus on the chapter that you want to write now, you are always focusing on the old chapter that you want to erase. And by doing that, what you are actually doing is cutting and pasting the old chapter into the new chapter. And that's why it seems like the old thing keep coming back and coming back to your life. And that thinking, that chapter 2, that chapter 3, that chapter 4 just keep happening again. You can actually cut and paste an old experience through old fears, old doubt, old behavior. You cut and paste those past experience to today, to present day, this moment. So I want you to dream big and to be radical, to turn your dream into reality. If you don't get the whole dream, at least your reality today is way better than what you had before. And you have to become intentional about what you want to create today. Live your life by your own design, not by someone else's design, not by someone else's limiting belief of what they think you can and you cannot, not by your culture, not by the society of your gender, your religion. Give your dreams permission to the future you. Surround yourself with people who will embrace you, help you, up level you. And if your family doesn't get your dream, that's okay, because God, the universe, did not give the dream to them. The universe, the God, give the dream to you. Now, you know what? So many people ask me, how did you ever overcome the fears? And the answer is, I never overcome my fears. I was scared, but I did it anyway. Every time in that moment, I ask, what if all my history I am perfect for? What if someone is on the other side of the book, the other side of the video, the other side of the screen is waiting for me? The only time we not feel the fear is we stop growing. Many of us are waiting to be enough, to have enough confidence to take the leap. And I say, take the big leap. Build your wings on your way down. We learn to dance with the fear. And I always say, fear, if you're not going anywhere, let's jump together. I want to do it. Let's dance together. So I want you to know you are worthy for your dream. Living a fulfilled life and having success in your life is your birthright. It is your birthright to have joy, to have happiness, to have emotional and spiritual happiness. Your birthright is to navigate all these hard times. Your past does not equal to your future. Your past is a setup for whatever future you want to have. So dream big and live a life that makes you happy. If you don't feel worthy of it, you will always sabotage what is in front of you. Give yourself permission to fall. If you always need everything to be perfect, you will never jump. You will never leap. You will never go for what you truly want. You will always end up study and study and study and not taking action because you always want to win. I would say trust your get up muscle. Don't expect to fly all the time. Give your future a chance, because the future you are waiting is waiting for you. They need you to take the leap, to just do it anyway. I saw many people struggle over teaching transformation, taking a dream to transform into their life. The kind of thinking we have been trained in is not working. We all have been trained to look at circumstances for permission, to do what we want to do, to buy what we want to buy, to be what we want to be. But I'm telling you, there's a different type of thinking, which is empowered thinking, which is the courage to think and live from the vision, regardless of any circumstances that you have. One thing I also learned is The quality of our life is based on the quality of question we ask. And shall talk about that further in my next video.